Hello, everyone. This is Frank Gaynor. I'm the Vice President of Meetings and Events at AOTA, and I'll be joined by Bridget Campbell, who's one of the conference coordinators here. We are going to do a very brief overview for our first-time attendees in order to help you make the most of your experience when you arrive in Kansas City. So it's going to be quick, fast-paced, and we'll hit the highlights. So what's conference all about? We've got close to 7,000 people who are going to be joining us in Kansas City. So you're going to have the opportunity to go choose from over 1,200 educational sessions, attend meetings, networks, social events, visit a very large exhibit hall with close to 300 exhibitors, participate in the awards ceremony, and just get re-energized. So we are going to own Kansas City. And specifically, we're going to own the convention center. We're taking up every bit of it. So convention center's downtown, within walking distance of most of the hotels and lots of restaurants and entertainment. So when you first get to Kansas City, you're going to want to work your way to the second level of the convention center and come join us in the 2300 lobby and get yourself registered. Do not wait till Thursday morning, if at all possible, because that's when the lines are longest. And so the general sessions will be on the third level. Hall A and B, we'll talk a little bit more about those in a bit. The exhibit hall is going to also be on the third level in Hall C. And the AOTA experience and AOTA store will be in Hall D. And we're going to have restrooms on all levels. And also food options are going to be throughout the convention center. At every conference, we have a headquarters hotel. The headquarters hotel in Kansas City is the Lowe's. It's actually connected to the convention center on the second level. In the headquarters hotel, we have different meetings going on. There may be a few different special events there and also alumni receptions. And you'll be able to register at the Lowe's on Monday through Wednesday morning, and then we have all registration at the convention center.
And then throughout the conference, if you ever need help, there are going to be different areas, but lobby 2300, where you do register your first stop that you make, will be the best place to find help from AOTA during the event. We will cover the information booth in the next slide, but support and solutions is where you'll go for lost and found, app support, and other questions related to your conference experience. You can revisit registration if you want to add ticketed events to your order. And when you go through the first time, you'll be picking up your conference badge and your conference tote. And as Frank mentioned, that can also be done before conference at the Lowe's registration that'll be open Monday through Wednesday morning. And then if you're looking for AOT PAC or AOTF booths, they'll be in the foyer near the registration lobby, so not far from that main area where all the other booths are. And then the information booth, this is staffed by members of the local conference committee, and you can find information on the area, restaurants and entertainment around the center or your hotel, accessibility, and most importantly for a lot of our attendees, the ribbons. Most of the ribbons will be on the ribbon wall just adjacent to the information booth. But if you don't see a specialty ribbon that you're looking for, just visit the information booth to pick it up. And then additional locations throughout the center. We do have an EMT first aid available, and that will be Wednesday through Sunday. And the About Conference section of the app does have the daily times. And it'll be on the Bartle Hall First Aid Room, which will be in the walkway between the two parts of the third floor. We also do have a Mother's Lounge. There is one in the center and one in the Lowe's. And you can see the app for the dates and daily times of each location. We will have a bag check in the 2200 lobby, which is different from the other lobby where everything will be in. That will only be open Saturday and Sunday. And it is limited space, so we do encourage you to also take advantage of the bag checks at your hotel as well. And we will have a prayer meditation room this year, and you can see the app for not only daily times, but as well as information on best practices within the prayer and meditation room.
So as I mentioned earlier, we have over 1,200 sessions for you to choose from. So Bridget will be talking in a bit about the app, but you really need to download the conference app so you can plan ahead of where you want to go. At most times during the day, you'll have an option to choose from 20 different things happening during that hour. So for those of you who've never been to one of our annual conferences, Inspire, is we have 3-hour workshops, which are worth 3 contact hours. We have 1-hour short courses, which are worth 1 contact hour. We have scientific research panels, which are 2 30-minute papers worth 1 hour. We're going to have tech labs. In each tech lab, there are 2 different stations. And if you visit both, you'll earn a contact hour. And then we've got a number of poster sessions Thursday through Saturday. And you'll be able to go the entire 2 hours or stop in and view a couple of posters that most interest you. And during those poster sessions, you can claim up to 2 contact hours or viewing 10 posters if you stay the entire time. And then we have general sessions, which we'll be talking a bit more about, which are worth anywhere from 0.75 contact hours to 1 full contact hour. Now you can search the app. And again, Bridget will share with you how to download the app. And you can search by primary topic categories or secondary topic categories, which there are more of, so you can refine your search a bit better to look at what specific practice area you want to, which sessions you want to see.
And then for the sessions that you're visiting and the continuing education credit that you will get, you need to make sure that you keep track of all of the sessions that you attend. We do provide a CE tracker in your tote. And if you misplace it, don't worry, stop by Support and Solutions and we'll give you another copy. But all of your certificate and contact hours will be self-reported, so you'll track everything. And after Inspire, you will receive instructions and a link to create your CE certificate and receive that backup documentation that you will need.
Okay, so we've got some special general sessions, we call them. These are for anyone who's interested. And we're kicking off Thursday morning with a morning buzz. So you can get the most out of your Inspire experience, and you will be there'll be facilitated discussions. So this is a great opportunity for you to meet some other first-time attendees. Our keynote address, you will not want to miss this. This will be Thursday morning at 10:45. And we'll also be, this is where President Allison Stover will be welcoming you to conference. And also you'll get to meet our content weaver, Sarah Michelle, and you'll see her at all of the general sessions. And then in the afternoon, we're going to have a fireside chat with Sarah Thomas, who is one of the many entrepreneurs in the profession. So on Friday morning, you're going to hear President Allison Stover's presidential address. Again, you won't want to miss that. And then we're having Second City is coming on Friday afternoon to do an improv session on what's so funny about burnout. And then Saturday morning, we'll be doing the Eleanor Clark Slagle lecture. Dr. Mary Lawler from USC will be presenting. And this is the Slagle lecture is the highest academic honor that can be bestowed upon an OTA professional. And then the afternoon, we'll be having a women's panel. And then Saturday evening will be the awards and recognition ceremony. And the reception will be immediately following that. So, Expo, Hall C, 3rd level of the convention center. Make sure you come to the grand opening starting immediately after the keynote on Thursday. We'll be feeding you. They'll have a buffet lunch, so please come and interact with your colleagues and visit all of the exhibitors we have who've signed up. And if you've never been to a conference, the exhibit hall is like the size of a football field. And then make sure you make time to visit the AOTA experience in store, which will be in Hall D. That will be open Thursday, Friday, and till Saturday afternoon. And you can go in the app and find more information. And throughout the time that AOTA experience is open, you'll be able to interact with AOTA staff and volunteer leaders on topics that are of interest to you. Conference etiquette. We encourage you to review the AOTA Event Code of Conduct, which is available when you registered. We will be having 4 different session rooms on site that we will be recording. In those sessions, as a full conference registrant, you will have access to post-Inspire up through the end of June 30th. They'll be available on the website starting May 8th. In these sessions, there'll be about 50 total, and also we'll be recording all of the general sessions. So this will give you an opportunity to earn additional contact hours. There are certain ticketed events that you need to buy a ticket beforehand, or you can check in registration and see if there's any availabilities. These include the foundation events, the State of the Science, Breakfast with a Scholar, and also the International Breakfast, which I believe is Saturday morning. And these are, again, these are special ticketed events, and so you have to have a ticket ahead of time. Please silence your cell phones when you're in sessions, and please do not take any pictures or taping of any sessions unless you have the speaker's permission. Now, for those attendees who have identified a low vision and or hearing issue, we have special seating up front in the rooms for each of those individuals if they should use it. So those seats become available after the session has started, but please do not sit in those seats if you don't have a need. So we have plenty of room for everyone. And please, 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 no saving seats, okay? Just, you know, if you're traveling with someone, make sure you go into the room together. Please do not save seats. And also, some rooms may meet capacity. And so if that happens, we'll have to shut the doors so the session can start, because we can't have people sitting in the aisles blocking folks from leaving, because the fire marshal takes this very seriously. So please, no sitting in the aisles. And as I mentioned, the volunteer room monitors will close the session if the room is full. Please be respectful. They are volunteers. And if a session reaches capacity, we'll place a sign on the outside of the door. And again, you have about 20 sessions to choose from at any one time.
And then evaluation and feedback is always a very important part of any conference. For the individual educational sessions, you'll have the chance to complete a evaluation of every session that you go to within the app. It's very brief with the rating, and then you have the ability to leave comments as well. And if you do leave any feedback, please make sure that you are constructive with that, as it will be shared with the speakers at their request. And that particular feedback will be anonymous. We also do have an anonymous post-conference electronic survey that will be about your entire conference experience that will be sent out at the conclusion of the event. And if you have any feedback that you would like a response to, since the other two are anonymous, please make sure that you email conference@aota.org with that feedback, and we will get back to you after we come back from Kansas City and have a chance to read through all of that once we are no longer busy with our on-site responsibilities. And then the mobile app, as Frank and myself has been mentioning, that is where you can find all of the information you need to navigate conference. It is the only place to access the full event schedule and customize your conference agenda. You can easily find session rooms through the interactive map, as well as find exhibitors through the interactive expo hall map. You can also see all of the speakers, read their bio. You can also view session handouts. The one caveat to that is you do have to be signed into your app account to view the handouts. And then make sure that when you arrive in Kansas City or even before, that you turn on the push notifications for important updates and exciting offers that come through while we are in Kansas City. And if you need any assistance with the app or have any questions about it, please stop by Support and Solutions for Help. Any one of us there will be able to help you out. I'll be there the majority of the time. And we also have 5 other staff members and volunteers that help out at the booth, and we'll be happy to answer any of the questions you have. And then there will be free Wi-Fi in the Kansas City Convention Center, so you won't have to use all of your data to access the app. Just see the About the Conference section of the app for login details, because there is a password on the network. And then as you are making your way through conference and sharing on social media, you can find links to the AOTA direct social media accounts within the app for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn if you would like to follow us there and you don't already. And then as you post throughout conference, please make sure you use hashtag AOTA Inspire 23. And that way your posts will come through tagged within the feed for anything that comes through within conference, and potentially our social media tweet team might view that and retweet or reshare, depending on what system they are in or what social media platform they're in.
So if you have any questions prior to getting to Kansas City, feel free to drop us an email at conference@aota.org, and one of the team will get back with you prior to your getting to Kansas City. And we hope that after you come to Kansas City, you've been part of Inspire, you are so excited, you're so inspired that you'll want to consider submitting a proposal for the 2024 conference, which will be held in Orlando. And the call for papers will be open May 9th through June 13th, 2023. And if you want to learn all the ins and outs of how to submit a proposal, please plan on joining us on May 4th from 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern Time for a session on how to submit a proposal. It will be recorded and it will be available for you shortly after our presentation, so you can use that to help guide your submission. So we're very excited to welcome you to Kansas City, and we're looking forward to having 7,000 people joining us. So we'll see you in Kansas City. Thank you all.